I I ran out of fuel. But fucking 200 meters before the finish line. I thought I calculated it when I was in the pits. I was like, okay. Oh my god, dude, my heart is fucking pounding. Holy shit. Whoa. I've never in my life pushed so fucking hard. Fuck, man. I counted, I thought 14 laps. I'm going to come out and I'm going to do 14 laps. So I gave myself 16 laps of fuel. Turns out I do 16.3 laps. Holy fuck. I can't even think straight. I don't think I've ever clicked in that hard ever. I got to check the chat. Johnny, I hope you're here still. Whew. I got elbowed off at the beginning again, twice in the first lap. I think I easily would have won that if I didn't. Let's go my items. Ooh, what a fucking race, dude. I'm just hyped. I'm hyped on the fact that I got to be involved with that. That was incredible. Did I just exit? I didn't mean to. So I'm hitting the wrong buttons, dude. I got heat stroke. I took this picture the other day. I made that truck. Driver deserved it though, dude. He had a good race. He was super consistent. And that Merc is not easy to handle in these tight corner tracks. I think really the only reason I had the leg up that I did was because, well, my strategy was better. I saw Laser was on the mediums, so I was like, fuck, I'm gonna start mediums, but I forgot to confirm, so I started hards, which actually worked out really well for me, I think. But yeah, in turn one here, I'm coming around. I mean, he goes a little bit wide. It is what it is. Nobody means it. I didn't get pushed off, which is the thing. Just lost a position or two, but this corner I definitely got poked a little bit here. Yes, he brushed me off there and then brushed me off there, but we stayed on. We didn't get a penalty. That's good hard racing. I love racing with slap shift, feds, a Butre, MTB, Unicorn, Driver. Dude, the list goes on and on. I haven't really got to race with Edward. Mower's my teammate. We've practiced together, but I haven't really got to race with DS. Viking is my boy. Been racing with him for a few years now. Magoo, also my boy. Been racing with him for a few years. Old dude, and also Mersh I've been racing with for probably about a year now. Dude, what a good group of guys, honestly. I want to take a look though. I want to take a quick look. Also, thank you for whoever liked it. I appreciate that. Appreciate the like. Dude, this is too many laps. Why can't I skip forward? Is it gonna make me the whole way, for real? Can I scroll? Yeah, there we go. I gotta turn on race info so I can see my fuel and stuff. I don't think I really got a good pass on... Oh, that was Chavez, that's why. I made up some spots though, dude. I guess I was in 4th for a little while. I was in 11th at one point. I was the first to pit, so I guess that makes sense. I don't think anything special happened when I passed MTB. I think I was just faster. Oh, I got him on the inside. Did I? Sorry to everybody watching this, me just spamming the 10-second button. That's gotta be annoying. Yo, what's up, Padawan? Appreciate the likes, everybody. Did you get to watch the race, Padawan? Or are you just tuning in now? Yeah, he went a little wide there, so you can see if you watch my my braking inputs, or even the throttle, you can see how early I backed off. See, I'm already backing off. I'm just waiting for him to mess up. He knows I'm on the better tires. He's pushing. He gets a bad angle there, so I took advantage. But I got in my head and I fucked this corner up really bad. So he got a better angle there. And then I also fucked this corner up really bad. But appreciate the room he left. Oh, this was where laser went off. Let's see what happened. He disconnected is what he said. But I'm always curious if he crashed and then just left and said he disconnected. Oh, maybe this wasn't it. This definitely was not it. Dude, this car sounds wild. Listen to this thing. Oh! Oh! It like punches into gear. What the fuck was I gonna say? I think this is where he disconnects. No, no, next lap. It was the second last lap. Yeah, so it was here. Yeah, you can see how laggy he is. Oh, yeah. Damn, dude. Yeah, look, his car didn't even react to that impact. It stayed straight. Super weird. Padawan, this was the most intense fucking race of my entire fucking life, dude. I haven't got to the last lap yet. Yeah, his car just like stays straight. That's weird. Is this the last lap, or do I still have fuel at this point? I'm on empty anyways. Holy moly. Man, I should have had enough fuel. I've done it so many times where I put fuel map 3 and it turns a 0.8 into a full lap. Done it so many times, but I guess it depends on track length. Actually, there was 29 laps, so this is the second last lap. But this, oh man. So Padawan, I'm on the better tires. I got mediums, and he's on hards. But he's got tons of fuel. I think so, anyways. No, he's got barely any more fuel than I do. But I'll tell you, it's enough to cross the fucking finish line. Ugh! I ran out of fuel like 100 meters before the fucking finish line, dude. So right around here, I kicked it in the fuel savings 3, fuel map 3, to save some fuel. And I just told myself, carry the momentum, carry the momentum. Have to rely on your momentum, which is working out really well. I got a nice wide turn here, a good entrance. Like, I am pulling on them. It's mostly in the corners, not on the straights. I just did that better compound. See, I should have not pushed so hard here. In his draft, I should have let off a little bit, just kind of hung around. This was the corner I wanted to pass him in, though. You can see I tried to get on the outside, and I tried for the cutback. I did have enough speed on the exit, but he went very defensive. I tried to take his outside, but I don't have enough grip on the mediums. So I'm right back behind him. I almost fucking died there, by the way. You want to see how close I was to that shit? I can't tell you how many fucking times I almost died. I guess it wasn't as close as I thought. And I'm on him, and I'm on him, and I'm on him. I'm like, you have to beat him in this. So, as you can see, you're gonna hit him with the switchback. It was perfect. It was so good. Oh, it was so good, and then I ran out of fuel. Trust me, Padawan, I was short shifting the bitch, but when it came to race time, like once I saw the finish line, I'm like, I have to floor it. I either submit to second place without trying, or I take second place absolutely fucking pinning the bitch. There's no way I was crossing that. I don't know. There might have been a way I was crossing that finish line. But let's just take a look from about... Actually, the race, it turned on once Laser disconnected. So we'll do this view. Actually, we're going to turn off everything, so it's just... God damn, dude. What a shame. I was so close. I just wanted one win in this series. Just one win. And the whole... I think it's 10 weeks. That's all I wanted was one pole, and I don't even care if it takes somebody disconnecting for me to get it. It does not matter to me. So see, you can see here, I'm just kind of just babying it a little bit, not hitting the red line. I could be short shifting more though, couldn't I? Fuck yeah. In the draft, there was no reason for me to push so hard in this draft. I was worried about this pass. I wanted to get on the outside. I wanted to swap places with him, but then I realized, ooh, I could take the inside. He defends really well. So I try and hop on the outside here. I know I have better traction, but no option there. He blocks. He not blocks, sorry, it was completely clean. He just shut the door on me. Rightfully so, but look at that. I don't even know where I got the speed from. Where did it even come from? And I get on the outside, cut in. Woo! Bring it home! Bring it home! Go, go, go! Go! Oh shit, we ran out of fucking... God damn. I don't think I'll ever get over that. I don't think I'll ever get over that. John, not a word at work in the morning. I don't want to talk about it. Oh man. Alright y'all, I appreciate you watching the stream and hanging out for a bit. I really appreciate it. It makes all this so much more fun. Thanks for watching. And until next time, we got another race next Tuesday, same time, 7:45 qualifying. Race starts about 8 o'clock. I have no idea what track we're going to be on, so it'll be a surprise. Bye!